G'day and welcome to another Macquarie production, and welcome to this Ridge Rider 4. Ridge Rider 4 is a fully supported 5-day motorcycle adventure going from Canberra through to Coffs Harbour, zigzagging over the Great Dividing Range. It ain't going to end well for some. Grab your gear. Let's go. Been here in Canberra for about a week. Today I'm getting my tyres swapped out, so I'll make my way to the venue. I'll be removing my wheels myself. I'll save a few bucks that way, and they won't charge for actually removing and replacing the tyres. The tyre I'm getting fitted is a Motos tractionator. That should last for this particular event, which will be a couple of 1,000 kilometres, and that should get me home as well, I think. I'll know more in a couple of 1,000 kilometres time. I'll have a look at the tyre then and see how it's wearing. Tonight, for the first time in about 3 weeks, I've been on the road for about 3 weeks now, a little bit over that, but for tonight, for the first time during that period, I'll be actually off the ground and sleeping in a bed. I've been living like a dog the last 3 weeks, bush camps and caravan parks and the like, but yeah, living out of a tent. So I'm looking forward to sleeping on a mattress for a change. And, here we are. Bet you never thought you'd see me again. G'day, Max.
Hey, Steve. Doggy.
What, are you having a late start?
I'm shaking hands, brother.
Did you blokes have a sleep in?
Good to see you.
It's like seeing family. I supported Jay and moto trekking last year on one of these trips. It was a lot of work. It was tough going. I'm looking forward to just following the bloke in front on this trip. Just going down here to swap out some tyres. Alright, I'm just on my way back to the hotel to check in. The caravan park here agreed to give me a late checkout. I wasn't taking up much room, so yeah, we'll check into the hotel and then sorting out what I need for next week. After I had that front tyre fitted, I actually tried to do a bush balance on it. I know balancing is probably a bit of overkill on an adventure bike, but if you can get an extra 10% wear out of your tyre, I think that can only be a good thing. But anyway, yeah, stuck it on a couple of jacks, and there wasn't much in it, so I didn't bother fitting any weights at all. Alright, here we are back again at the hotel. I'm a little bit early, but I'll see if I can check in. Registration day, lots of excitement. Hello.
Hi.
Moto Trek and have a physical shop on their premises up at in the Hunter Valley, and they use opportunities like this to put a temporary shop together. There's always a bit of anxiety and a bit of excitement before the event starts. Some of us haven't seen each other for a year. It's an opportunity to catch up. This is all part of the scrutineering and tyre changing setup they've got here.
spinning the rear tyre, they're the way to go.
That was a pretty easy one. Pre-dinner drinks and then welcome dinner and a writer's briefing ready for the following day.
All right, now tomorrow there are a number of breakouts. Now, if you're new to this event, all right, and you haven't been to something like this, you need to have respect for the word breakout. Okay, so don't let your ego take over. If you know you're not the best rider, don't try and prove a point to anyone, just be sensible about it. We'll also be hearing from Cherie about some accommodation tips and tricks, and then we're also going to assist you with Gaia. We'll be rider number one, current name, start this event.
Well, morning of day one. First order of the day is to drop the bag off and then a light breakfast put on by the organisers. There'll be a lot of anxiety and excitement in amongst the group, I think. Always is on day one. Hello, slackers.
Hello, how are you this morning?
I'm well.
Did you sleep well?
I did. Drama here. I left the building to go and drop my bags off. Can't re-enter because the fire alarm's going off, and it must be fair dinkum because the boys are turning out, lights and siren. Well, there was a second unit inbound under lights and siren, but he's turned his lights and sirens off, so maybe the boys here reckon they've got it under control. I can't see or smell any smoke. All makes, all models. Including a couple of Harleys. I'll be curious to see how they go. Morning of day one, and I've already seen one bike on a trailer. Clearly his trip's over. KTM, who would have thought? Alright, we're away. Well, I'm away. You can see by this group here, some guys like to travel in small groups, and that's okay. It can also be a bit of a distraction. Blokes want to pull over, one wants a cigarette, the other one wants a piss. Oh geez, more drama. If it ain't the fire service, it's the ambos. Yeah, anyway, I prefer to travel on my own. The other thing, of course, is I like to film as I go, so I'm always pulling over. Each day there are certain breakouts, what they call breakouts, which are meant to challenge those guys who want to be challenged. Now, I'm not one of those guys. I'm a long way from home. I've got nothing to prove. So I'll stick to the main route. The breakouts are different gradings, sort of easy, medium and ridiculously hard. As I said, I've got nothing to prove, so I'll just stick to the main route. Some of the breakouts would be tempting. I'm going to play it safe, I think. Well, we've left Canberra in the ACT. We're now in New South Wales. Hasn't taken long. And we've gotten off the Federal Highway, the main road, and just going through some of the smaller communities now. They did say last night that the first 42 kilometres will be on the blacktop. So my guess is any moment now we're going to hit the dirt, and we'll probably be on the dirt for most of the day, I expect. Today's route is 401 kilometres long if you stick to the main route without any breakouts. If you take the breakouts, some of them increase the distance considerably, by 100 kilometres or so, and blokes will struggle to complete that without riding hard, I don't think. Anyway, like I say, any moment now we'll be on the dirt. It'll be like that for the rest of the day. Well, we're on the dirt. That's a good formed gravel road, sort of thing you'd expect. I mean, Jay and Moto Track can emphasise that this is not Motorcycle Survivor. As long as you've got some experience off-road on unsealed roads, you should be fine. Must be somebody in front of me, I think, because I'm starting to pick up a dust trail. Wasn't expecting any water crossings today. Got to be careful of some of these water crossings because they can be bloody slippery. Oh, I panicked thinking that was the only way out. The road actually goes around to the left. Yeah, some of these can have a moss covering. Be bloody treacherous. Well, this is Oberon. There hasn't been much in the way of towns or communities from where we started this morning. I'm sure I'll be like a lot of other blokes, pull over, find a cafe or a bakery, get a cup of coffee and something to eat, and then keep heading towards the destination. I've covered about 300 k's, and I think today was only supposed to be 400, so I don't have far to go. Well, this is destination. Yep, this is it. There's not too many people in front of me, not too many people at all. I haven't seen a lot of traffic today, partly because I believe most people took the green breakout route this morning, so they'll be a couple of hours behind me. And there was another breakout route this afternoon, a red one, so that's fairly difficult. But nobody will get to do that, I don't think, because the cut-off time for that was 2 o'clock, 2 p.m, and it's 3 o'clock now. So it looks like we've even beaten the management here, because normally there'd be somebody here to tick us off, check us in. Alright, well, get comfortable. end of day one, and we've broken at least one leg that I know of. So yeah, his or her journey's over.
That was over 500 weeks. We have, unfortunately, I do like to mention that we have had one down today, and he has a broken leg. So we've lost one of our mates. While you're waiting for your emails to come in, we are going to open the luggage truck tomorrow morning. It'll be open from 6:30 until 7:30. We're going to do breakfast at 7 a.m. for you, and you will be provided with an egg and bacon roll from the guys at the hotel here.
Morning. 44. Chicken, ham salad. And if you haven't had a bacon and egg roll, one bacon and egg roll, and
We're supposed to leave at 7:30, pardon me, which is only a couple of minutes away, and we've just been told no bids to leave. I think some guys may have already snuck through, but they must have sent somebody out to check the conditions, and maybe it's dangerous. Particular soil type around here, after a bit of rain, apparently it can get pretty slippery pretty quickly. So I know that they had blocked off the breakout routes. They didn't want people taking any breakout routes. They want to stick to the main track, but it must be worse than first thought. It did rain quite heavily last night. There was a bit of drizzle this morning. I guess we'll find out what's going on soon enough. Right, they had stopped everybody from leaving because there were some concerns about the route. Apparently the soil type around here is sort of clay based and could lead itself to being dangerous after a bit of rain, and we had a bit of rain. They've given everybody approval to leave, but I believe they've marked a couple of corners with guys, and they're just going to modify the route. So we'll get underway, and hopefully nobody will die. See you on the other side.
We'll see you on the other side, brother.
This town was all about coal. There's actually an old abandoned power station here. So yeah, that's the whole area around here is all coal mines. I guess that's probably why the hotel was called Black Gold Motel. Yeah, anyway, we'll get underway. We'll see what happens. They have stopped people doing any of the breakouts, which is a bit of a shame because I was looking forward to one of them. But the last thing management need is to have to recover broken bikes and broken bodies. The total yesterday was, yeah, one broken leg. Just come in a bit hot, I think. So it's a real pea super. Today we just crossed Great Western Highway. I'm glad we're not doing any kilometres on that road. You know, heavy vehicles doing 100 kilometres an hour, wet roads, knobby tyres, not a good mix. This is really dangerous. I'm down to about 50 k's an hour. Can't see more than a few metres in front of me. This looks like one of the diversions. I think that's the end of the diversion. I just saw a bloke come out of what was the route. He must have left a bit earlier before anybody was told not to leave. But anyway, yeah, we're back on the main route now. bridle track before proceeding, yada yada yada. I think they're trying to tell us something. I don't ever recall having done this track before. People make a big fuss about it, so we'll go and check it out, eh? I don't recall ever being here before. I'd remember this sort of thing, I'm sure. Whoop! Hang on to it, Stevie boy. Don't lose it now. That is an impressive view. Tell you what, this has been going on for about an hour now. It's a tough gig. It's a full body workout. People are going to sleep well tonight, I think. It's tough going. I'm surprised I haven't come across anybody with a puncture yet. Some of these rocks are pretty sharp, pretty bony country, but I guess that's a testament to why everybody should start these events with fresh rubber. You wouldn't want to be out here with worn tyres. I just pulled over at a small community called Hill End. Supposed to be able to get fuel here, but apparently not. Looks like a nice cosy little community. There's an opportunity to get off the bike, hydrate a little, because that was tough work back there. I don't know how far we got to go. Can't be more than 100 kilometres. Tough going. Anyway, not even 1 o'clock yet, so heaps of daylight. Look at those autumn colours. Stunning. G'day, there you go. All these sheep and one goat. Castlereagh Highway, 8 kilometres to Mudgee. Mudgee's the destination for today. Should be there within a few minutes. Actually covered less than 300 kilometres today, and it's taken 6 hours. So obviously my average speed is quite low. Probably something to do with the conditions. There were some snotty bits in amongst that. There was some fast flowing blacktop as well. Yeah, there were certainly some snotty bits in amongst the mix. Anyway, got to find the place to check in, get my name ticked off, and then find where I'm staying, because I think we're spread out throughout the town. It's pretty hard to find one place that can accommodate 130 extra people in town overnight. Here's the sign. It's an odd place for a rally point. Guess they know what they're doing. Oh, there we go. There we go. It is an odd. They must be staying next door at the hotel, I think. Hello. Steve 120.
Any medical?
No.
Mechanical?
No.
Know where you're staying?
The Big Four, wherever that is.
Cool. Be ready between 5 and 6 for a lift to dinner.
There we are. Mudgee Holiday Park. This would be in a unit or a chalet or Well, a wet start to the day. We're in another layer, wet weather gear. It's rained most of the night, not heavy, but so today could be a bit tricky. There is one breakout route, but it's black, extreme. So I think only very few people will be brave enough to try and tackle that. I have absolutely no desire at all. I'm too far from home to be pushing the boundaries, so I'll stick to the main route, but even that could be challenging in places with the amount of rain we've had. Anyway, sit down, buckle up, see you on the other side.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my
Pardon me, welcome to Tamworth, Australia's country music capital, our version of Nashville. Stayed relatively dry most of today and I didn't see any dirt at all. I left late this morning. I had some personal business to attend to, so I left a couple of hours behind the other blokes. So I thought I might catch them up, but I got to a point where, I mean, these trips have cut-off points. If you don't get to a certain point at a certain time, then they can't guarantee backup support, and it was clear that I wasn't going to make the last cut-off point, so I stuck to the blacktop and slabbed it here. So I haven't been part of the action much today at all. Did some interesting blacktop, sweeping roads and stuff like that. But anyway, we'll find the check-in point, the rally point, and then sort out the accommodation. Just check in, get my name ticked off.
Hello. How's your day?
Okay,
Had fun?
I did.
No medical?
No,
No mechanical?
no,
No tyres?
no.
Awesome.
Well, that's home for the night. That'll do. Better than sleeping on the ground like a dog.
What you can do to view the notes that we've put in there, all you need to do is zoom right on in close to the line and then tap on the line, and then you'll be able to see the notes that pop up with that. And just so there's fuel in those places along the route tomorrow. Tomorrow night in Macquarie.
It's 9:30 and these guys are just getting in. These are the sweep vehicles and the sweep riders. They've had a prick of a day cleaning up the mess. Yeah. If it says it's a black breakout route and it's for experienced riders only, take heed. I want to show you this. This is one of the sweep riders' bikes, Aidan, and he, being a sweep rider, he had to do the black breakout route yesterday of go and pick up the pieces. Have a look at this. Certainly would have been out of my league. I'm glad I took the soft option. Morning of day 4. Oops, my goggles. Leaving Tamworth. Destination today is Port Macquarie. Should be another action-packed day, I think. It's dry at the moment, but they had a bit of rain yesterday where we're going, so expect the conditions to be a bit tricky from what I've heard there, certainly in the afternoon. But anyway, we'll figure it out.
Lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
You alright, mate?
Yeah. I went to get back on it and I fell over the other side.
My guess is he's hit the bridge and going a bit fast. Slid out. Yep. Might stay here and warn traffic, I think. Yeah. You can see the line he took. Jeez. You're way off the mark. Holy shit. You're well and truly out of control. Whoa. Well, welcome to Port Macquarie. Another 400 kilometre day today. It's just gone 3 o'clock. 7 hours of riding.
Some of the average speeds can be quite slow. A lot of winding terrain today. Bit of rain. Anyway, we'll make our way to the rally point, check in, and then make my way to the hotel. Pretty greasy conditions out there for part of it. I was first on scene for a number of offs, or arrived shortly afterwards. Can catch you off guard. If you snooze, you lose.
Morning of day 5, the last day. I'm just walking down the road a bit to get some breakfast. Yesterday evening, Jay mentioned during the riders' briefing that towards the end of yesterday, two bikes collided. I think one bloke was doing a U-turn without checking his mirror, and he was T-boned by another bike. I believe one bike's written off, not that that matters, but yeah, both blokes were busted up pretty bad, one with multiple fractures to the leg, and the other bloke, I believe, copped a pretty serious head knock. So they were both in the local hospital last night. And by coincidence, as I was inbound to Port Macquarie, there was an ambulance under lights and siren heading out, and I thought, geez, I hope it ain't one of our blokes. Anyway, get some breakfast, suit up, and then start making our way to where? Oh yeah, that's right, Coffs Harbour.
Alright, morning of day 5. Friday is the last day. Can be a bit tricky. Blokes, they start to switch off or relax, or yeah, and that can lead to blokes finding themselves in the zone, and next thing you know, they crash, burn, and that's the end of their trip. It's happened on several occasions that I'm aware of, and it's just a tragedy because they're so close to the finish point, and yet, yeah, game over. Anyway, and there were reports of pretty snotty weather, but I'm not so sure. I've got access to the wet weather gear if I need it. About overcooking the corner. Prick cut me off, and of course my focus was on him. Didn't realise the corner was coming up. That was close. Well, I think we're in Kempsey, although I'm not sure. And I don't know why the traffic is banked up. Old mate here in front of me in the yellow bloody Batmobile, I've been following him for a couple of kilometres, and he's been driving 10 kilometres under the speed limit. A bit frustrating after you've sort of been in the bush and can go at whatever pace you like, and then you've got to come to these places and conform. But yeah, a little curious as to why the traffic's so congested. Just as well I'm on holiday and got all the time in the world. Yeah, go on, piss off. some gate track now. Well, I'm back in Jurassic Park, and it's a bit soft underfoot. You wouldn't want to be here after any amount of rain, because I'm being fairly conservative, but it's slipping and sliding all over the shop. Be interesting later on after we get a few dozen bikes across it. I think I'm relatively up the front of the pack. I left on time, 7:30, and I've passed quite a few groups, pulled over to get a coffee or whatever, and I've just kept going. So I don't know how many bikes are in front of me, but it wouldn't be many, and this track will get chopped up pretty quickly, I think. I've just pulled over. I think it's going to bucket down very, very shortly, and I think once it starts it's not going to stop for a little while, so I'll suit up now and try and stay dry. Well, welcome to Coffs Harbour. Probably only another couple of minutes and I'll be at destination. I've said it in other videos, but I'll say it again. You know, I've done many big supported rides, not only with Jay and moto trekking, but also the BMW GS Safaris, and I've got to be honest, I think Jay's got the edge when it comes to just the organisation and the administration of these big events. You know, you pay a fee, granted, but that's all you've got to do. After that, you just show up and ride. They'll sort out all the logistics, the accommodation, carry your bags, sort out medical support, tyre support, mechanical support. So, you know, if you're time poor, it would make sense to pay the registration fee and let them do all the hack work for you. From here, once we've checked in the accommodation, we'll get all our bags and luggage, hard boxes and stuff like that. And this evening, of course, will be the farewell dinner, where there'll be lots of high-fiving and back-slapping, I guess a few awards. We'll get to the hotel and take the boots off, which are wringing wet. You're at Coffs Harbour. You can see the big banana. Well, these are pretty flash digs. I need to take advantage of it because when all the others will be going home tomorrow, I've still got to get my sorry ass back to Perth. That's 5,000 kilometres for me, and from tomorrow I'll be living like a dog again, living out of a tent. So I've got to take advantage of it while I can. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, from tomorrow I've got to start heading back to Perth. That's probably going to take me 7 days. So what I've got to do now is go and get some supplies and food and stuff. So I'll do that. Then I can come back and start reloading the bike with all the luggage and the tools and everything else I need to get home. So yeah, I'll leave tomorrow morning sometime. I won't have a destination in mind. I'll just hit the road, and because I'm not familiar with the geography around here, I've got to cross the Great Dividing Range again. To head west to get out of here. Anyway, I'll figure it out.
Warren Turner, he's had his operation, as I gave you last night. He's feeling much better. Everyone from our doctors, all the way through, you know, to Sam, who's here on his first tour of duty. All right, so they've dug deep this week. They've changed tyres when they were knackered. They were up early in the morning, most likely before most of you, and they didn't go to bed till really late every night. I'll continue with Cherie, and the rest of the crew will continue to make, you know, really good, solid quality events for you. I hope you go out there, spread the word. and tell everyone what a great time you had. And I'll see you all next year when we go to Tasmania. All right? Yeah.
Well, it's the morning after the night before. Most blokes are starting to suit up and head for home, wherever that is. In most cases, I would expect that they'd be home later on today or this evening. In my case, I've got to get my sorry ass back to Perth, which is a 5,000 kilometre 7-day ride for me through the heart of Australia. Some of those roads were closed until only recently. They had some major flooding out there. The roads were being torn up, and it's taken them this long to make some temporary repairs. But hopefully they'll remain open, at least for my transit back to Perth. It's like he
Dog! Dog!
It's like he
Yeah, baby! I love it.
It's like he times this.
Love to see you, man. It's been great. It's been absolutely fantastic. You are the man. Mongrel Dog Productions, get on there.
I can run, but I can't hide. Anyway, look, if this is the final approach, you know what that means? See you on the other side.